town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe trying to protect your soul.
Wherever we go,
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back with another week of Dreadzone Gaming League of Legends. Here we have Dreadzone Gaming taking on Dreadnought Blaze. So we have DZG versus DZB, and both teams going undefeated. So far, one of them will be losing that streak. Tonight, I am joined by Mag Fries. Mags, how you doing?
I'm doing all right. I'm looking forward to this matchup that is simultaneously very high stakes and very low stakes. Both teams do have an undefeated record to hold up. They are playing for playoff seeding, but it is impossible for them to be eliminated in playoffs at this point.
Well, I don't want to say anything too soon, but seeding can really make a difference, especially when you look at the Dreadzone track record in playoffs. So, knock on wood here, but getting some great seeding will be really beneficial for us moving in. But bans have already hit the table here. From the side of Dreadnought, we have Ornn and Ashe taken away, and DZG are striking in with the Seraphine and Trundle ban, and it will be Zeri joining the chopping block as well, last ban coming in. So, what are some of the things that you're really looking forward to see in this draft phase?
Some things that I am interested in seeing is Dreadnought. This is gonna be a rough cast. I can already tell. Dreadnought not putting priority on the Zeri, having already seen their potential Seraphine flex taken away, which makes them I believe this is gonna be a Sivir threat, Sin ban from DZG. Based on the current meta, this should be Sivir. I don't believe the ADC plays a lot of it, but that's not really a champion that requires a whole lot of micro skill for the champion. You just need to kind of know how to play an ADC.
Yeah, exactly. Sivir is one of the easiest champions in the game, in my opinion. You throw Boomerang Blade, you hit W. Like, the only champions that are probably easier are, like, Master Yi and Tryndamere in some regards. Like, right-click win. Sivir is just super basic forward kit, so Sivir will be the first lock-in. High priority on this champion. Not just this series, but a couple of series in a row now. Was those patches coming in for her debut have just been absolutely shattering and bringing her right back on the map. But DZG opting to go for a little bit of a different dynamic here with the Misfortune. So that's going to set them up in a lot of avenues to layer some area of effect damage and kind of look for those kind of team fights where they're able to keep Misfortune to the back line. So I'd love to see some interrupt coming in from Dreadnought to get on top of Misfortune to prevent the bullet time. But how do you feel about that AD carry trade-off?
So I think in a isolated, I do prefer the Misfortune into the Sivir matchup. I believe Misfortune can farm very safely. We have Sejuani locked in. That is still a flex between top and jungle. Nowadays, including in professional, we're seeing it a lot more often top. And we have definitely seen ICG pull it out more than a handful of times. But going back to this bot lane matchup real quick, Sivir and Misfortune both can kind of just sit and farm, not really at much threat, assuming we don't see any crazy support picks. But my main concern is DZG showing their hand in in what team fight they want a little early, because Misfortune is only really good in wombo fights or front to back to a slightly lesser extent.
Well, we've seen Stubby play this champion, Gnar, coming in from the top lane of Dreadnought Blaze quite a few times, and his scored line, rather, looks pretty damn good on the champion, along with being undefeated, it looks like, on the Gnar as well. So, Sejuani and Gnar is going to be a little bit of a tough matchup if DZG do want to throw that in the top lane, but looking at the bans here, we did see Trundle taken away, which is pretty much the prime ultimate counter to the Sejuani, especially using that subjugate, but we are seeing the Amumu come in, and that's actually most likely going to be locked into the support. So looks like we have both bot lanes coming in for both teams, along with potentially top lane, maybe one jungle on the side of Dreadzone. So what we're seeing so far, I'd expect to see some mid lane bans here, but what are your eyes now on as we go into this max?
So I definitely am expecting a lot of mid lane focus. We have Kaiden, who is a unique champion pool, to say the least, having pulled out Darius mid last week and Mordekaiser mid the week before, both in Game 3 scenarios. But DZG really has a kind of fight they want. They have the dedicated frontline of Sejuani and Mumu. They have the AoE with Misfortune. And Dreadnought has a lot of ways to buy space, including the Sivir ultimate and the Renata ultimate. So I'm interested in seeing what mid laners and possibly junglers, or top for the side of Dread Zone, or definitely a jungle for the side of Dreadnought, we are going to see Diana taking away, so we're trading mid and mid and jungle and jungle bans. Dreadnought into R4.
Yeah, kind of going back into your comment of the Darius Mordekaiser, and one of my favorite sayings that often gets me in trouble with a girlfriend is, if it's stupid and it works, then it's not stupid. So, as long as DZG are able to pull out these unorthodox picks here for Chitin in the mid lane, and it works out for them, then that's money in the bank. And Wukong coming in, and once again, that's still flexible. We could put the Sejuani top and the Wukong in the jungle, could put the Wukong top and the Sejuani in the jungle, so I don't think we're going to know until the last couple seconds of lock-in here, but I do kind of prefer, I'm conflicted here. Like, the damage trade patterns out of the Wukong into the Nor are ideal, and you can close a lot of the gap with the Nimbus Strike and Decoy out, but Sejuani also has the dash in. But Zac coming in for the jungle of the side of Dreadnought Blaze. One thing that I hate about that champion in particular coming into the jungle is it completely changes the dynamic of your warding patterns. That elastic slingshot max really changes the way that your support needs to think about the game, but DZG have a really good ace in their sleeve with Symphonic coming in and having so much experience knowing how to deal with that champion specifically, especially knowing how many times we dealt with that back in our Elysium days.
Yeah, definitely, and we see Vigar locked in a very heavy kind of scaling team for Blaze. I'm gonna say Blaze and Elysium at this point. For Blaze. And it makes me a little curious because Zac isn't necessarily the kind of champion that you just want to sit and power farm on. You want to get level 5, get that third point into your elastic slingshot, and you want to be impacting lane. Now, you do have decent setup, but Vigar is going to be countered here by Xerath, so just range for range. And for the top and jungle for the side of Elysium, I'm gonna say I would prefer seeing this being a Sejuani top and a Wukong jungle, if not even acknowledging the matchups. Just ICG's performance on Sejuani has been nothing short of remarkable. He's won lanes that he just objectively shouldn't have, and people like opting back into it. I believe it was against Dreadnought Frost. Twice in a row, he got picked into a Sejuani versus Camille matchup, which isn't the best, and he level 3 solo killed both games.
Well, it's things that we love to see if you're a DZG fan, and I think that we are here. Now, it's super interesting kind of just going across the board because the identities are a little interesting. From the side of Blaze, the Sivir, Nor, Zac, right? That's a really go-in team. But Vigar loves to hang out kind of just in the back, and people come into them. And the zone control coming out of that baby cage is absolutely clutch. And DZG kind of have just like this zone control setup, right? Like Wukong and Amumu really offering a lot of the AoE CC, Sejuani really offering that single target lockdown. Misfortune and Xerath kind of having, just that AoE zone setup. So these team fights are going to be very interesting. And I think the ease of execution, for the most part, does fall on Blaze here, Mags, just due to the fact that, like, Zac, Nor, kind of the easy buttons, with the Sivir, go fast. So DZG, really, it's just going to be a lot about their map setup here, so it's going to be super interesting to watch, as ICGE did pick into the Sejuani. We do have the Wukong getting locked in. Now, trades are still a thing, could be traded on us, so that's something to keep an eye on for the last second, but, so, let's run with that. We see, coming in from the side of Blaze, we have Nor in the top lane, Zac coming in for the jungle with a Vigar, piloted by the Chinese spy. Now we're seeing the Renata and the Sivir locking out that bot lane. For the side of Dread Zone Gaming, we have, in the top lane, potentially, ICGE taking Sejuani up there in the top, Wukong coming into the jungle, Xerath in the mid lane, with a Misfortune Amumu in the bot lane. Mags, you see all 5 from both sides, and assuming we have the top jungle right for DZG, how do you feel about this game? Who do you feel won the draft?
So I'm gonna agree with you on the ease of execution being on the side of Blaze. Their comp is really just we counter their engage and then we follow up with our own secondary engage. You have Renata and Vigor to buy space, and Zac and Gnar to just jump on in. Now, the one concern I have is if Blaze is not able to get to these objectives before Elysium, they're gonna have a hell of a time regaining back control. You're gonna be face checking a Wukong, Sejuani, and a Mumu with ranged poke from a Misfortune and a Xerath. This is not gonna be an easy time to recover any space if Elysium is first to these objectives.
Honestly, like, I love proactive play, but DZG, I feel like proactivity can be kind of a little bit of an ass pain here, right? If Nor has time to set up his rage bar and play around that, that's going to be really the ultimate thing here for the side of Blaze to handle, in my opinion. Play around your Mega Nor, otherwise I don't think you really have a great chance. Whereas DZG, like, if they're first to an objective, they lose a lot of what Xerath can give them, Misfortune, then it's going to be in a little bit of a hard time to really reset and set up for the bullet time. So, like, DZG being proactive, it's almost damning, but we'll see how this all boils down. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to be going into the quick spectate delay, but right before we do, Max, tell us a little bit about our sponsor today.
So one of our sponsors today is going to be W. We'll be having a link in the Twitch chat. If you visit w.gg, you can get a variety of things. It is a energy drink that is similar to other things you may be drinking nowadays, containing vitamins, amino acid, 150 milligrams of caffeine per serving. And if you use code DZGWIN at checkout, you can get 10% off and help support the content that we put out every week.
Oh, W is awesome. I kind of swapped out doing the no sugar monsters, instead using that just because I'm trying to lose a few of the weight. You know, a few of them pounds, and it has been awesome. But ladies and gentlemen, check out our sponsor. We appreciate you heading into a quick spectate delay as we bring you both undefeated teams of Dreadnought Blaze versus Dreadzone Gaming. Hang tight.
I've got a sweet escape on the bright light, illuminate my face on the bright light. It's shining down on us on the bright light. Illuminate your face on the bright light. That's when I come alive. That's when I come alive.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back in the action with both teams doing a 5-man fan out, joined once again by Mags. Mags, what are you seeing so far?
So one thing, and I slipped up, brought it up a little bit. Hold on, we're having a little bit of a issue with our production.
Just like the street lights lit this town, like a fire in a blaze, gotta burn it down. Can't be afraid to leave this out. We got this far, don't know how. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain. Just like a spark that's breaking out. Can't make a stop, can't turn back now. We know that there's no room for doubt. No, we can't turn back now. I see danger in your eyes. They know we'll burn down the night. Coming just like the sunrise. You know that we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Tonight, we gonna let it rain. Just like the sunrise, we gonna let it rain.
sorry about that, but we are back bringing you the action, a little bit of us getting cutting riot as we are always want to do. But kind of first 2 minutes have gone by, nothing too crazy on the map so far. Still here for Mags. Mags, what do you want to talk about?
Yeah, so one thing I was going to mention before we started running into those technical issues was the Ignite TP top lane. And we have Wukong looking for a gank top lane, Zach walking towards mid. Not sure if either of these are going to do anything. Batman is just going to take bot scuttle.
Well, it's not going to be too terribly bad for Stubby. He does have access to the hop here, but he's going in. The clone is out. Stubby's going to jump and force the flash. The stun coming in. Will it be enough? And DZG looking to go into the tower, but Angry Peasant says no more, and they break that one off. They got a lot out of Stubby there, and that is good news for DZG.
Yeah, and during the break, I actually reached out to DJ Gopamine, and I asked him about what his thought process on sending the Sejuani top rather than Wukong, and he said that they really do prefer the Sejuani into Gnar matchup, and he gave me the surprising fact that Wukong was more of a mid-jungle flex than any other possible flex.
Well, you were hinting on that with Chitin, but I think we're going to have a little action here. Adam flashing forward, but Symbonic getting him with the bandage toss. Now damage going out, and Adam is going to fall. I think he took it. Unfortunately, could not go to DZG. Hello, but DZG picking up first blood. That feels damn good.
This is an amazing punish by Symphonic, punishing the really aggressive flash Q that ended up missing right top lane.
We're going to see the stun coming out here, but I think ICG is just going to walk this one back out. Gnar's halfway to Mega and does have that range advantage in the top lane, but it is being piloted so well here by ICGE. And one thing to point out and talk about here is the cold start for Gnar. He was already forced to back, had to pick up a null magic mantle. DZG Hello is looking low, and a lot of action so far.
Yeah, a lot of action, and ICG is expected to get a decent CS lead after he picks up the majority of this wave, and he misses all melees as I caster curse him.
Yeah,
but
he was the health bars. They were one tower shot away. That's just a bad news bear right there.
Yeah, just unfortunate. Chitin having a real big lead, got his back off and TP'd to mid with his lost chapter, and is going to be able to keep Chinese Spy here for at least a while and get the TPs desynced if that's what Chinese Spy is going to opt into. Yeah, ulting just to stop the backs.
And you do see Adam walking in, but Adam should not theoretically be able to do anything there in the 1v1. Vigar having no mana, no health bar, that does feel bad, but I don't know about you, but Xerath is just one of those champions where I feel like every single time they cast a spell, I'm getting hit. I just hate playing against that champion. Stubby here in the top lane is going to go into the Mega Gnar, but I don't think anything's going to come of it. Zach, looked like that was a blast cone, I believe, getting into position here. Batman might be looking, yes, last 6 shot coming in, there was a stun, but that was a beautiful dash there from ICG, but he got pulled back in, will it be enough, and he's going to be ticking. Can he get out? Flash forward from from Batman. Will secure the kill, and Stubby does pick up that kill. So, Blaze is now on the board, evening up this gold lead, and it will be kind of tying all this up, and that's going to be a armor start there from Sejuani going into this.
Yeah, it's going to be an armor start. ICG is going to be TPing back to top lane, so other than it just feels bad to be giving over a kill, not much else lost. Both top laners reset and TP back. Stubby going for the more aggressive, finished tier 2 boots and went the dagger, so he's going to be trying to kind of run down Stubby from what I can tell, especially with that fleet footwork.
Oh, absolutely. And so some bad news here for the side of DZG is, like, yeah, you can go flash the Sejuani. It does feel pretty decent, but if you're not able to dodge out all of that CC, the slow coming in from Gnar, the pull back in, the elastic slingshot, but a bandage toss followed into the bullet time. That will be Renata falling as she goes into her Greyhound. Symphonic gets that one again, which is unfortunate, but DZG Hello looking underneath that tower, and it will not be enough. But another death going on to Adam, and DZG picked that one up. Symphonic getting that kill. Now Batman is here on the bot side of the map. Symphonic is low, but Angry Tarzan is down here as well. some damage going on to him. The pool will not be in time, as DZG are maybe looking to start up this Drake, and DZG's bot side of the map is firing.
Yeah, definitely, and it does feel bad that Zafana got the kill, but it's not like the end of the world, because A, they're killing the support, they're denying Renata more XP, slowing down her level 6, which in this matchup is a very key ultimate to get as fast as you can, and you were able to zone off the Sivir off that entire wave, punishing that scaling attempt.
TCG got the Drake, but I think it's going to be a fight. Symphonic is going to be low. Batman getting a lot of damage here into everybody. Symphonic forces the flash away, goes back in with the Bandit Toss, but he's going to be taking and will fall. Shutdown going over into Batman's pocket now. Angry Present going to be the target, but is he the target? I don't think so. He will slay Kiora. Now TCG Hello is going to be targeted up by Vigar and will fall. Chinese Spy. Angry Present will now fall to Vigar as well. Double kill going over to the Chinese Spy. And DZG, they got the Drake, but they lost more members than they got there. 3 for, I think, just 1. And that gold differential is now sitting in a 1k favor for the side of Dreadnought Blades.
Yeah, this Vigar is feeling really good after that. Got 2 kills. I don't believe either of them were shutdowns. Yeah, no, I don't believe either of them were shutdowns, but 2 kills, multiple stacks throughout that fight, and is now 2-0 with a minor CS lead in the mid lane. So if you're the side of Elysium, you need to be hoping you can punish it.
Symphonic did just take the recall. Bandit Toss will not hit as it was flashed out. ICG going to be taking a little bit of an unfavorable trade pattern here in the top lane, but that was really smart from Symphonic. As soon as he came up the fountain, he said, okay, cool. We know that Vigar got a lot there. Let's try to put him behind. And taking away his flash is taking away a lot of that power there in that mid lane for freedom of operation. Now, DZG, the next thing on their site should probably be this Rift Herald here, as they do have Angry Present on the top side of the map. Batman going in, will connect. We'll pull Chitin back in, but Chitin is now forced to flash out of the baby cage, so that did connect. No baleful... the Primordial Blast there available from Chinese Spy, but DZG respecting it just the same. Adam here in the bot lane, not level 6 yet. Don't think they really have too many engage tools. Neither does Amumu have Curse of the Sad Mummy, but I might have some action here in the top lane as Batman is kind of getting in position for the Elastic Slingshot.
Yeah, Symphonic should be getting close to level 6. Adam should be getting close as well. I mean, I guess Symphonic's going to hit it just a touch sooner. We have a rotate down from Chinese Spy. He's going to get spotted out on a River Ward. Symphonic may be postured in a little bit too aggressive manner.
Oh, Bandage Toss did not connect. It missed by an inch, but I think that's good news for DZG. Now Symphonic stepping forward. I think that is the Predator pop there, and yes, it is. Symphonic has no access to the flash. He was forced to use it last time. He's looking for some way to get out, but there is no way. Chinese Spy is on a killing spree. Now, DZG looking for something here at the top lane. Angry Present looking forward. Stubby, I don't think has seen this yet. This clone is available. He goes forward. Now looking to pop it up. Cyclone goes down. Stubby is trying to run away, but Glacial Prison will reach out, connect, and ICGE takes down Stubby. DCG Hello trying to fight off this assault in the tower, but one plate will fall, and it is still a 1k gold lead here for the side of Dreadnought.
It's a 1k gold lead, and if you're the side of DZG, you are happy that you're able to find this cross match, but you need to start thinking, how are you going to shut down this Vigar? Because it clearly is becoming a problem. Has punished 2 different fights, or punished a fight and a very successful roam.
Well, we're going to see some fighting over this Rift Herald, and it will be Batman going in with the Elastic Slingshot. Now, Chinese Spy looking to be the target here. Will start getting hit up by the ultimate coming in from Seraph, but the damage that he has is just too much. He's now on a rampage. Now, Batman's going to be the target. It's between 3 members of DZG. The Renato ultimate coming over the top, and Batman will be locked up. He still has access to the passive, though. Adam now going to be the target here, taking a lot of damage as Stubby is in the middle of the fight. Now, it will be Chitin falling. Symphonic is going to be next on the chopping block as ICG is trying to get this shut down, but the Blast Cone there doing a lot to buy some space. Double kill coming in from the side of Stubby. Now, ICGE is left all by himself versus 4 members of the side of Blaze, and unstoppable goes the Chinese Spy, and Blaze is in the driving seat. 9 kills to 4, 3k gold lead, and the Rift Herald soon to be in their pocket.
Yeah, and a lot of that was just Elysium not really sticking to one of the standard plays for the first Rift Herald is you either send 4 and just see if you can get something small while keeping your ADC bot, which is what Elysium started to do, or you send 5, which is what Blaze did. And yes, you got, I believe, 2 plates off bot, but you lost 4 kills. This Vigar is now 5-0 and is definitely gonna be a concern to deal with.
Well,
Luckily,
and
I was gonna say Batman dropped the Herald really quick, getting all 300 of that gold onto himself, not trying to accelerate this Vigar anymore, which I think is a slight misplay that Elysium can kind of hold their heads up high on that tiny part.
Well, that is one thing. Slowing down this Vigar is going to be absolutely crucial. Now, we do have another Drake up. It's going to be the Ocean here. And DZG need to find the right avenue to get in. But we talked about it. Now, you look at the side of Blaze. They are happy being the second ones to this play. DZG Hello needs to be in prime location here. But it's going to be really hard to dance around the fight. We're seeing some of the posturing here, and DZG do get a bandit toss on Tiny Spy, but will it be enough? Curse of the Sad Mummy, I do not believe is available, and Symphonic in there, and they did get the lockup. Glacial Prison could be huge, but now the rest of the members of Blaze are here. That was a great knockback into the tower. Bullet time coming over to the top, but it's just going to force Zac into the passive. ICGU fitting very low, taking a lot of damage. Stubby is not able to connect with a boomerang. Hello on the front line, and he needs to run, but he's going to get run down as Hello will fall. Stubby is now on a rampage as well. They got the shutdown, but now these are trying to do a little bit more here. DZG feel good getting the 1-for-1 trade. They did get the shutdown, but it's not best news story, as that does put the side of Blaze in driving condition for this Drake. Now, Angry President maybe looking to get onto Stubby, who no longer has access to Meganar. They're looking for this mid lane tower really hard. Low health bars all around, but I think this is just going to be the Drake going into the pockets. Oh, bandage shots connect Symphonic, you madman! As he does get the solo kill onto Adam. So that is some gold back in their pockets, but unfortunately it just all went into the pocket of Symphonic. So DZG striking back a little bit, but do lose the Drake.
They lose Drake, they kind of turn the very last end of that fight into a small positive. But you did get the shutdown, and it did go to one of your carriers. I don't know who it went to, but I know for a fact it did not go to ICG, and it did not go to Symphonic.
You believe that it was Titan that picked up the gold onto the Vigar kill with, I think, probably his Q, because he immediately used the Arcane Barrage after. So I think that went into Chitin's pocket, which does feel good. But it was a great layering CC there to lock him up. The bandage toss, first the Sad Mummy not being available, but the Glacial
dies here if he stays.
But no, so bot tower will fall, and that good news for DZG will be getting the first tower here. So balancing out this gold lead a little bit, now only 2k behind, and we're gonna have ourselves a Cloud Soul for this game.
Yeah, Cloud Soul did get buffed on the most recent patch, and is definitely no longer a dragon that you can just afford to entirely forget about. And it's interesting you're seeing a lot of priority for the side of Elysium on this top highway that's kind of referred to sometimes of this top river, be able to get the ganks off. And I'll shut my mouth real quick.
I think we're just going to see this mid lane tower fall, and it does. They tried to get it earlier, but we're not able to seal the deal. They do get it this time, but DZG Hello is going to be under this tower. You're still forced to pop the bullet time there. You are sitting in a very awkward position there, trying to get a couple of auto attacks onto a tower that has no plate, so that looked a little goofy. Unfortunately, Symphonic was not there to capitalize on that with the bandage toss, curse to the sad money. But one thing that we do want to take a look at, I wanted to talk about it in the first couple minutes of the game, as I might not get a chance. Batman is going to be here. If he just pulls the trigger, I think Hello is going to be in a lot of trouble. But Elastic Slingshot not coming through. They are bringing Chinese Spy down for that immediate damage. Elastic Slingshot not being charged up. They are going to spot this out, but Hello is in a bad spot here. He might be able to walk this one out, and I think they will, but this tower...
Mage gets to punish it. He doesn't know he's on a war. He doesn't know he got spotted.
Present is here. Bandage toss doesn't connect. It does! Now, Preston Sad Money goes through as well, and Kite will slay Tiny Spy. DZG with a quick strike back, and that is what you want to see. Patience, patience, patience. It ended up damning Blaze, but DZG benefited from that.
Yeah, DZG having that one control ward watching over the blue entrance, getting that kill, really slowing down this Vigar, 2 deaths. without much else, and if you're the side of Elysium, you are smiling that you not only stopped the bleeding, you have started the foundation of a comeback. It's not quite there yet, but you have something to work with.
Mags, if you cast or curse this twice in a row, I am going to be very disappointed in you. But DZG are looking to try to get back into this game. It's going to be a little bit of an uphill battle. Vygar is going to be an absolute menace to society, but not only that, but does have the stopwatch available to them now. So, Chinese Spy, but Batman going forward, not having any friends here. This is going to look a little awkward here. Hello Trust run him out. Vanish Toss does connect. Now you're seeing Present go in and does get the Cyclone. No passive available. 2 teleports being channeled. Second use of the Cyclone will charge up. Glacial Prison does connect, but Nar wins. Mega throws ICG under the tower. ICG is trying to get away. Vygar trying to do everything that they can with the Everfrost coming in. ICG will be locked up, will be taken down. Stubby goes unstoppable, and DZG are forced to run this one out. I thought everything that they needed was there in that play, but Nar going Mega there bought so much damn time. With no tank stats, was able to survive 4 members of DZG. Stubby is going to be more of a problem than we initially thought. Chinese Spy is no longer looking like the big man on the street now. It's going to be Stubby.
Yeah, at least you can look for a secondary fight here.
Vanish Toss does connect him to Adam. Bullet time going over the top, but it's a quick flash out. But Adam is going to be taken very low with the Arcane Barrage going forward. They're putting all their chips into taking down the Vygar, and he does fall. Now, Stubby no longer has access to the Mega. Will Wukong be able to do it? And yes, 800 gold going into Wukong's pocket. With that shutdown, that is huge. Batman now into the 1v1 here, but DZG is running to join. I think he might get this kill, but no! The clone does everything. Grop getting smite for the health, but Batman will be running this one out. We are seeing the pings come in as the Herald will be taken off the map in favor of the Baron. Nobody was able to get that objective, but DZG with 3 quick unanswered kills. That feels damn good. Now Batman going back forward very aggressively here, looking to get Symphonic slow health bar, but Chitin is there, and I think Batman says, yeah, I'm good. I got what I tried to get here. Stop some of the backs. But DZG probably are not going to be able to answer this strike here, as it will be started up from the side of Blaze, and that's going to put them at 2 Drake condition.
At the second Drake to Blaze, but if you're the side of Elysium, you just see this as Blaze's cross-map play. You got multiple kills on the re-engage with the sheer amount of ultimates that Blaze had spent on that mid lane skirmish that turned into a full-on team fight, and that allowed you to re-engage with a Moomerl, with a MFO, with Wukong, and there was just so much damage that Blazer's not prepared to answer for in that second fight.
Absolutely. Wukong being able to take down Stubby in the 1v1. Unfortunately, Meganar was not available, and that's something that they need to count their stars for. But Wukong getting 800 gold and that angry present felt like he got a happy present in that one. Banish Toss, they're just looking for good measures, seeing if anybody's in that brush. And free control ward there for Symphonic. And DZG, we talked about making the comeback. Knock on wood. Doing the best that I can, but we're dead even almost at the gold here.
Yeah, almost dead even, just the dragon advantage over to Dreadnought Blaze. Symphonic maybe a touch deeper than he should be.
We don't like to see that. Symphonic is in no man's territory here, as 4 members of the side of Blaze are going to be there. Hello is saying, hey buddy, you're fucked. And Symphonic is not going to be able to run this one out. That's going to go over to QR, first kill of the game for them. But DZG saying it's not all for naught. They do get the mid lane tower, which keeps things fairly even. You trade a support for a mid lane tower, I feel. That doesn't feel too terrible.
Not too terrible, especially since Symphonic didn't accidentally have
QR looking damn aggressive on this. Stubby about to go Mega, and the damage is going to be there. Hello is not going to be able to survive under this tower, but does get a good bit of lockdown here. Will be enough. We are seeing the Arcane Barrage go over the top, but Stubby is able to get this. Batman goes over the top as well onto Kite. Berserk comes through, and I think Kite might be in trouble here. Ooh, yeah, it's not going to be enough. Thought Cyclone was going to buy some time now. ICG is going to be in the baby cage, and QR will get that kill. That is not looking good for DZG, as they lost 2 members on the top side of the map, with Nash being spawned. That is going to be the call in plays you have to think are going to get this objective. You don't think Angry Present is going to be looking to contest this, and the answer is no. So 2 quick kills going into the pockets of Blaze along with the Nash. That does turn this game on its head.
Yeah, that definitely turns the game on its head, and
Oh, Symphonic went in way too late. Even if he did go in, had no access to the smite. Now Kiora on a killing spree, and Sivir getting gold is absolutely damning.
So I'm not entirely sure what Symphonic was thinking going for that. Baron had been long since dead. But going back to the earlier fight, that play really just goes down to Elysium trying to salvage Symphonic's Symphonic getting caught out for warding, and the fact that they basically took 3 separate fights at man disadvantage. Whether that being Symphonic getting caught out, Hello getting caught out, or the 3v4 they picked.
I can understand some of the intent behind it, right? Like, just not necessarily the timing, but the intent, right? Like, it's scary. You see Vigar with a lot of kills. You see Sivir getting kills. Gnar is huge. Like, DZG feel like this game is probably on a timer because you look at it, you lose the scaling when it comes down to Misfortune Sivir. You lose the scaling in some regards to the Seraph. Oh, but we are seeing Wukong go through the wall. That is Beetle Lair of CC, and Cyclone does go over the top. Now Chinese Spy going gold, now flashing forward to play this aggressively. Hello is going to be low, but it actually will be Symphonic who dies first. A lot of kills going over here. Wukong dies, Misfortune dies, Seraph dies, DZG, 4 members down, and what I thought was a great heads-up play with Wukong going over the wall turned out to be all in Blaze's favor here, Max.
Yeah, really all in favor of Blaze, and the fight really was just a 4v4, and you can't really blame man advantage for it, as Stubby wasn't a real factor until everybody was basically as close to dead as you can be without actually dying. This is going to be the mid inhibitor falling. I don't believe DZG loses more than that off that play, but this feels really bad to try hard if you're thinking of a comeback, possibly giving up this dragon and looking for something on the top side.
Absolutely, we were at a 3k gold deficit, and then we ended up scraping it back. Looked good, and then just a few bad rotations, a few bad placements of individuals, and we skyrocketed now down to a 10k gold deficit. And Nash going through, base being cracked, bot lane being taken, and this dragon being next on the chopping block. DZG is now in a very uphill battle to try to get back into this one. And it's a little bit of doom and gloom here because the scaling is not in your favor.
Yeah, and now you're kind of sitting here. You need to think, what is our way back into this game? And it may just simply be trying just to keep coin flipping these fights. There's not a whole lot you can keep scraping against a team that's fine to sit and scale. If Blaze wanted to, and I doubt they're gonna do this, is they could just say, y'all have the next 2 dragons, and we'll see you for the 7th dragon. They have the ability to do that, and they just keep letting Sivir and Vigar and Zac scale up and become these monsters.
No. Ultimate popped here from Sivir, and Chinese Spy, I think, popped. No, he did not pop the Predator as well. So I think, yeah, Sejuani will be able to walk this one out. It was a little scary just because these map rotations can be so fast with Sivir in your pocket, access to the ultimate. But now it's looking like we're having a lot of posturing on this top side of the map. 5 members strong here from the side of Blaze. Symphonic, once again, all by him lonesome. He will fall, and Vigar will be picking that one up. And DZG, now at a man deficit, it's going to be damn hard to defend this tower. I don't even think we do it. Do want to correct, we are not having a 5-man push here in the top. Gnar was in the bot lane. So now we're seeing 4 members here posture, and with a split on the Gnar, I think bot tower was already taken, so it's just the inhibitor tower. And DZG are definitely playing on the back foot.
He's definitely playing on the back foot, and you know, as much as I have a soft spot in my heart for Symphonic, my first ever coach, this game has really not necessarily been lost because of him, but it's definitely been made harder because of him getting caught out.
Oh, but it might be redeemed here. He does get the bandage toss with the curse of the sad money. Bobotan being layered over the top, but will it be enough? Yes, 1 kill does go over, and that's a Sivir. That's a great pickup. And they lost for it. Wasn't Mumu at this time. Renata's going to be falling next as Angry President is trying to get out of here. Let's not be going forward with a 4-man Gnar ultimate, and that is absolutely huge. Now, Tiny Spy going to be on a killing spree yet again, as he will take down ICGE. DZG have to count their lucky stars that they were able to get a 2 for 2, because that re-engage there from the side of Stubby was absolutely clutch. Now, a lot of damage coming in here. Ooh, Chinese Spy going gold at the right time, but will it be enough? Does look pop the Everfrost, and now it's going to be the Q coming in. Does it connect? Shut it down, goes into the pocket of Chitin and DZG. That was a great 1v1 outplay there from Chitin to kind of redeem that. And DZG, strike back. I hope it's enough, but it's still going to be very uphill.
Yeah, I hope it's enough, and Zephonic hearing me flame him on cast instantly redeems himself with the Amumu engage and just the perfect layering of CC and damage. Going for a 2v2, getting the shutdown on Sivir, and Titan, even though he's only at a 4-3 scoreline, is a problem and is a force to be reckoned with. That 5 stacks on this Dark Seal, Horizon Focus, Lud, the Mythic, I've drawn a blank on the name, and Rabadon's Death Cap.
And Rabadon's, but now we're seeing another fight. Cyclone goes forward, but that's going to take a while to take down CG Batman. He is shut down, did not have access, but Stubby is in the back line with the Nora ultimate, so this is a great chance for DZG. A lot of damage coming over here as Chitin is going to be locked up, but I don't think it's going to be enough. DZG, hello, now being the recipient of damage. Chinese Spy running forward, playing frontline Vigar, and DZG. 5 members strong, need to look for the right opportunities. ICGE being put in the baby cage, will it be enough damage now? He's going to be looking for something to go back in. Symphonic with another Vanish Toss, Curse to the side, Bobby, full time over the top. Chinese Spy falls. Adam is now going to be the target next, but it was Sivir getting the kill on a Misfortune here. Wukong will take that kill down there. Kiora playing 1v1 and doing a lot of damage here. Stubby now looking to fight ICGE. Is about to go Mega, and it's going to be a lot of damage to our ultimate. Coming back in, ICGE will fall in the 1v1. He's now back on a killing spree. The reset's coming in as Kiora is in the base, taking down base towers. Now Anchor present, trying to get forward to get some damage here, but I don't think they're going to be able to catch this Sivir. They're going to be able to run out, but that will be a lot going on. This game, still, I say it yet again, on the back end for the side of DZG.
It's on the back and forth, but if you're the side of DZG, you're happy seeing it being on the back and forth. You have plays that are clearly working out, and you're making things work that, even though you were at a 10k gold deficit, you're not just sitting there and slowly losing the game. You are able to get things out. So 20 seconds for Soul for Blaze, and Elysium's not really postured to take it.
No, well, DZG, fortunately it's a Cloud Soul, but like you did say, the changes to it made it a little bit more of a menace to just give away. But DZG, there's trades on the table, right? But unfortunately, with the Sivir there being that strong, you don't take this Nash that fast. You don't really have that much of a DPS threat onto this Nash as well. Sivir's going to be able to solo this and just be able to run out with the ultimate. Stubby is sitting on Mega. This is not going to be a good fight, DZG, but the Drake will fall. Now there's a soul available. CG Batman going into the backline will hem up. Hello! And Stubby going into the backline as well. There's going to be a lot of damage. This is going to be a very split fight, but I think that's beneficial for the side of Blaze. Symphonic will fall. The bullet time did not come in as Hello fell. You also now see Chitin falling as well. Damage going in onto Angry Present and ICGE. Double kill going in here for the side of Kiora. That is going to be all members of DZG falling, but it will be Angry Present getting 2 kills back for the side of DZG. But a 2 for 5 is not beneficial, especially when you gave up Soul. And this might just be the game. Kiora is running into the base, has a lot of damage here, going to be able to shred these minion waves. Inhibitor is going to be falling. We are seeing the teleport being channeled in. This is looking like the last rush for the base, and I think, Max, this is going to be the game.
Yeah, definitely. This looks like it's gonna be the game. Is an unfortunate loss for Elysium, but you have notes that you can improve on. You see what you were able to do right. You're able to go into game number 2, knowing what you can do to punish Blaze, because neither team had perfect games. Blaze definitely had their own mistakes. Blaze ended up coming out on top, and that Gnar is huge. Out damaged everybody. Vigar did the least damage on his team.
Well, we talked about it, right? You look at what this team wants to do, and it's really hard for Vigar to get effective damage out without being put in a very doomed position. Just unfortunately for the side of DZG, Blaze was able to get such a monumental lead at certain crucial points. And you talked about it. There are notes to take away. This is a great coaching moment for Dopamine to come in and say, hey, look, here's what exactly you did wrong, things that you should have known that you needed to do as a team. And I'm not going to put this on any one specific individual, right? I know that you hemmed up some of the rotations coming out of some of the individuals, and I agree with you, but it's a team game. If you are expecting to take the rotation into that play from the Amumu, bringing him to the top lane play, and that doesn't happen, then you don't pull the trigger on the fight, right? You say, hey, look, we don't have Amumu, this is not a good time to go. That was one of the breaking points of the game. Granted, DZG was able to course correct a little bit there, but then some of the decision making and some of the map rotations and some of the positioning was questionable, and some individuals just getting picked, and things were able to snowball from that point. So rotations and positioning, definitely two things. You shore that little bit, beautiful. And another thing too is the draft, right? Because not only were you making a little bit of an oopsie in the rotation and positioning, but look at the members that you had from the side of Blaze to capitalize on that. Sivir, able to zip around the map. Vigar having access to the Predator there is monumental. And Zac with the long-range engage of the Elastic Slingshot. Those are crucial things to pick off those little missteps. But that is exactly what we're talking about. We want to see some of those course corrections coming in from DZG, but not total doom and gloom. Max, before we head into a quick break, do you have any last words? And if not, anything from our sponsor?
No, I don't really have any last words. If you are looking to try and refine your own rotations throughout this game, you can always check out our partner, Metafy. Metafy is a coaching service that you can get one-on-one sessions, both live and VOD reviews from qualified coaches, some coaches even offering free introductory sessions to see if you two can get along and be able to get any value out of your purchase. And if you use the link that just got posted in our chat, you will get $10 credit added to your account after completing your first booking.
Hell yeah. Well, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us for Game 1, but we will be bringing you the Game 2 draft hopefully very shortly and seeing a little bit of adaptation coming in. So hang tight, we'll be bringing you Game 2 soon.
Give up this feeling. cold silhouette. I'm getting stronger, step by step. The clock is ticking, but there's no time for regrets. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Feel like a dynamite, ready to explode right up in the sky. I need you to listen, I need you to hear, and don't show any fear. I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes tonight. Yeah. We are heroes tonight. We will fly above the sky. We are heroes I've been flying from town to town, from London to Taiwan. I've been all around the globe, trying to protect your soul.
Wherever we go, we'll always know. From the
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back, and we are getting a little bit of a side swapperoo here as DZG will take blue side versus Dreadnought Blaze. Once again, joined by Mags, and Mags, we're seeing the Hecarim ban, but what are the big things that you're looking for adaptation-wise out of the side of Dreadzone?
Well, the biggest thing that I'm expecting to see is DZG threatening the Sivir blue one if it is not banned away by Blaze. And that would be, if it is banned away by Blaze, that's 3 ADC bans. Hello, getting very focused in this draft. And so far, I don't believe too much has changed from the last draft.
Yeah, we're seeing the Ashe taken away, we're seeing the Zeri taken away, and I would be very interested to see if the side of Blaze is going to say, hey, look, we don't want to give you the Sivir. And if they do let the Sivir go, does Dreadzone first pick it? Because I don't think they want to give it away here. Seraphine once again joining the chopping block from the side of Dreadzone's bans, and this is the interesting ban here that I want to see come through.
Yeah, what likely was happening is DZG was thinking if they let Seraphine through, Blaze maybe just wanting to trade Sivir for Seraphine. The sheer flexibility of Seraphine is very hard to match, and yep, there's a Sivir ban.
3 AD carry bans taken away, but this means that if Dreadzone first pick an AD carry here, it's going to be really interesting to see Blaze's response.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting. I think, first of all, you definitely don't let ADC fall to round 2 of the draft. But we'll focus on the first pick. DZG looks like they may be struggling to find a backup pick.
Well, they're taking some time. They end up taking away the Renata from the side of Blaze. I don't personally believe Renata has that much priority to be a first pick worthy champion here, personally. But yeah, that's going to be the adaptation here from Dreadzone. One thing that is a little bit different is Hecarim was taken away in Phase 1 bans instead of the Shen, so Blaze might prioritize that Shen here. And DZG have access to the Thorn, which was banned away from them earlier. Karma being the pick in now, you imagine that's going to be locked into support, but you were saying that, sorry.
I was saying, I agree with you on I don't believe Renata's that huge, but in every draft and every game I see of Amateur, it feels like I'm always being disagreed with in Renata being a very high priority, and I think it's mostly around her ult being such a game changer and her revive mechanic if played around correctly. And it definitely is a comfort pick. I don't have the stat on me, but I know for a fact Symphonic has played a lot of Renata in the regular season.
Well, I see 1, 2, 3, 4 games of Renata coming out of Symphonic here, so it does seem that it's something that he's very comfortable with. And we are seeing the Tristana answer come out of DZG. I love Tristana as a champion, and I really like it into Misfortune. If bullet time comes out, you rocket jump, but I mean, sitting in the bullet time for even 1 to 2 seconds can be really damning. But the big thing here, and I don't want to be that guy, but I have. Symphonic had a hard time rooting alone on a Mumu. You definitely can't do it on Renata, as the B3 pick comes in as a Gragas.
Yeah, B3's Gragas is a flex. I mean, based on the past history, this is likely a 3-way flex between top, jungle, and mid. But yeah, Symphonic definitely needs to be aware of his positioning and throughout this game and where Blaze can be to punish him, and Ornn's going to be the pick here, likely going to be a ban or 2 thrown just to protect him, but Ornn ultimately not really needing a whole lot of protection. But real quick, for this bot lane, I personally think Karma Misfortune's an alright duo, but Renata Tristana is a deadly duo if left even for just a couple minutes alone with their own free will.
Well, Ornn coming in does give another late game win condition here to the side of DZB Blaze. And Vigar is now going to be joining the chopping block. But going back to it, one of the things that I was looking at was actually both the Vayne and the Mordekaiser coming in from the side of DZG. I love both of those champions into an Ornn, but they were taken away from the side of DZG. Now, the only time that Gragas has been played by Dreadzone Gaming, Elysium, in this season, game-wise, like actual game-wise, has been Symphonic in the support role, but I don't imagine you put Renata anywhere other than support here, so it's going to be really interesting to see where they want to leverage this. I do like the Vygar ban here, and it should theoretically free up Chitin a lot in the mid lane, not forced to go into a Vygar necessarily. I'm sorry, the Xerath necessarily, and Zac joining the chopping block, so we're seeing a lot of draft differentials here, and it's going to be a completely different game 2.
Definitely going to be a different game too. DZG not falling into the salty run back that some teams at this ELO do, saying they can refine the mistakes and not have the same thing happen. And I am going to hold that thought. Sejuani being taken away. So this is a Sejuani jungle because I don't believe we have quite as spicy picks coming from Chinese Spy. And now, if you decide to DZG, you can decide where do you want to send this Gragas, or if you want to pick another champion that can be flexed and hold the flex until the end of draft.
Absolutely. So, but yeah, there's not a lot of flexible room here for the side of Blaze unless you're right, and Chinese Spy is able to pull out something tricky. So the Ornn Sejuani is very telegraphed, but hey, you banned the Trundle from DZG with the Blue 2 ban. But Lilia coming in here is going to offer you a lot of ticking damage here. You build the Leandries, you build the Demonic Embrace. It's going to give you a lot of tank shred there from the side of DZG. And of course, Crit Tristana is going to be able to do some as well with Gragas. You have to imagine he's going full tank at this point. I don't think you're going to see the Everfrost coming out of Gragas here, but I could be wrong. Last pick should solidify things. You have to imagine that is going to be... Okay, never mind. I was gonna say, you have to imagine that's a top Gragas, jungle Lilia, but Xin Zhao coming in here, I now am thinking that's a top Lilia, mid Gragas, and jungle Xin Zhao, but once again, I have to see.
The fun of this team continues because you don't even know if it's a top Lilia or not.
I don't know. I imagine that's what it is, but now, one of the issues that DZG has to deal with is grounding. Like, that is a fantastic pick here coming from the side of Blaze. Look at all the dashes that you have from the side of DZG. You have the Rocket Jump, you have the Gragas Body Slam, you have the Lilia little hot bullshit she does, and the Xin Zhao second use of the Wind Becomes Lightning. DZG now need to be very smart where that grounding is coming in from Cassiopeia, because it can fuck up literally everything they want to do.
And what I will say is, I think up until you see Cassiopeia, you're planning on sending Lilia top. I would not be surprised if we see Elysium divert that pick into a Lilia mid if Chitin plays it, but at this point, I don't really question what he can and can't play. I just assume he can play it.
I mean, no matter what you do here, it's going to be very hard to lane into this Cassiopeia. Lilia's little jump, denied. Xin Zhao's W, kind of denied.
Yeah, I will say it
kind of denied.
I will say, but it does kind of screw over both Lilia and Gragas. But I think it hurts Gragas more because his body slam is a huge part of his combo, where Lilia can still poke you out with her E and her Q.
Sure.
But Cassiopeia was a really nice pick here for the side of Blaze, countering all but one champion on the side of Elysium.
Yeah, no, it was a fantastic pick. That is like one of the times.
That's a Xin mid.
Okay.
That's a Xin mid. At the moment,
that I expected, throw it out the window.
At the moment, it's a Xin mid. Can be flexed around up until 20 seconds left in the draft, in case for those who aren't aware.
I try, I fail. That is why I don't do analysis. But hey, so let's talk about this. Xin Zhao still gets denied with the grounding coming in from Chinese Spy, right? But I feel it's a little bit more damning because it's a little bit more telegraphed. right? Xin Zhao, if he connects with the wind, becomes lightning. Now Cassiopeia needs fast fingers to get the grounding out to deny the second use and the dash coming in. So that's going to be very interesting to keep an eye on. How many times that he gets, kind of, oh man, what's that basketball player's name? It's really famous for stuffing people.
You're talking to a football fan. You're not getting help here.
Yeah, no, I'm too short and white for basketball, so it's okay. But yeah, so like he's definitely gonna get stuffed, and I want to keep an eye on to see how many times that happens. But also locking down DZG Hello in the later stages of the game is going to be absolutely paramount for the side of Blaze here. So it's going to be very interesting to keep our eyes on. But now we see it. Theoretically, unless they do a trade, which I wouldn't put it past them, for the side of DZG Elysium, you have Gragas in the top lane, Lilia in the jungle, and of all things, a Xin Zhao in the mid lane, with Tristana, Renata in the bot lane. For the side of Blaze, Ornn, Sejuani, top jungle, with Cassiopeia coming in for the mid lane, and a Misfortune Karma in the bot lane. Max, you see all 10 champions. Who do you give the dub to?
I feel like I need to give it to Blaze purely because I have no idea how this Xin Zhao is gonna work. I am fully prepared to eat my words, and we've passed the 20-second mark. This is 100% a Xin Zhao in the mid lane, and the way I think Kain's gonna play it is more to just farm mid and rotate to fights with Angry Present.
Well, I am keeping very optimistic here as we go into this Titan. 18-2 on the Mordekaiser, 15-3 on the Darius in previous games here. These non-traditional picks have worked out in their favor 2 times already. Let's see if the third time is also going to be the charm. Mags, we have a 3-minute spectator delay. Anything you want to say before we head into it?
Yeah, all I have to say is if you enjoy what we do around here, feel free to check out our merch. We have the link being posted in chat. I got it right this time. And you can feel free to get things like jerseys, flags, shirts, and hats. And what you can do just helps, whatever you get helps us around here and helps us kind of keep the lights on while we are doing it. We will see you back on the other side of the spectator delay.
Sometimes I can't help but feel like I don't belong here. Out of place, out of mind, like all the time. There's nothing else that feels like it's meant for me. But I've got a sweet escape. Under bright light, illuminate my face. Under bright light, it's shining down on us. Under bright light, illuminate your face. Under bright light, that's when I come alive. this reflection in your eyes. There's nothing that compares to this energy. I've got a sweet escape under bright lights. Illuminate my face under bright lights. They're shining down on us under bright lights. Illuminate your face under bright lights. That's when I come
Ladies and gentlemen, we are back bringing you into the action here as both teams have taken to another 5-man fan out. We do see Flash coming in back for ICGE, so I'm happy to see that. But now, Mags, anything that you see that you want to talk about?
I feel like the majority of this game is going to be talking about this in the mid, so I'm going to try my best to avoid it, at least for early on. So you have the double tier start for both Cassiopeia and Misfortune. Misfortune possibly going for more of the AP angle, where though I don't think AD's terrible here, as you don't have much AD damage elsewhere. For the side of Elysium, the only real interesting thing I'm seeing is the Relic Shield start for Symphonic, kind of indicating that he's not too confident on the amount of poke he's going to be able to get in this lane. As I say, he's getting poke out.
He does connect on the QR there, but a little bit of a trade back there from Karma does hit. But one of the things that I'm very scared about is in this mid lane is going to be the just the eyes on with the grounding if the W ever connects. But I mean, instantly already Gaitan going in, getting a lot of damage on the Chinese spy, so hopefully these trading patterns are able to persist in his favor. He does have Ignite, he does have the kill pressure, but that does also mean he does not have access to the teleport. So if he does not get favorable trades, force Cassiopeia out, and instead gets forced out himself, that CS differential could be very damning there in the mid lane. Now, seeing some trading patterns all across the map, but it's going to be a very interesting kind of back and forth here, as we do have a mountain trade for our first trade match.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting back and forth, and I mean, I'm not sure how to expect this Xinjiang mid to work out. You have Halo Blades and Ignite, which makes me think he's confident in his ability to get kill pressure, whether that's in jungle or not, and he's actually rotating up to fight the Sejuani.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. I'd love to have some eyes on, but I think Sejuani is going to be able to secure their buff. Cassiopeia not really looking to rotate, as kind of got a little bit of a wave there to handle. They do get vision on that, so worst comes to worst, they do know where Sejuani is going to be at in their jungle pass. So Batman not really dealing with a lot of dark information to play around with. But DZG, it's going to be really hard for them to kind of capitalize on some of these plays. Once again, you have another team kind of, dealing with a lot of walking around and kind of looking for an awkward setup. But one thing that they do have in their pocket is the starting items from the side of plays. There's 2 tiers. That means it's going to take a little bit of time for their carries to come online.
Yeah, gank comes out mid, and not much else other than some damage thrown around. No summoner spent.
A little bit of damage here on Adam as the satchel charge will blow up, but enough sustained through potions. It's not going to really mean much. As 200 gold lead just from CS. That's some news here. DZG taking a little bit of an unfavorable trading pattern there. The tether will not fully connect, and Hello is able to walk that one out. But I mean, that's the extent of the excitement here, as that gold lead I mentioned is instantly shored back up. So yay, early game.
Yeah, and I think now that it's level 3, the side of DZG has a much more interesting opportunity.
The root coming out, Hello is forced the rocket jump out and going to be sitting very low. Now, DZG are not going to be able to be on the forefront of these trading patterns unless they look for something absolutely insanely aggressive. They're on to Adam's low health bar, but heal is available for both sides. Could be a factor here as trading patterns now going up in the top lane. That will not connect. Stubby does not get the knock up there, and ICG feeling pretty happy just getting a little bit of a trading pattern there onto Stubby. He does have access to the Grasp of the Undying. Feels damn good for the Gragas, who's able to just sustain. Now Titan looking to contest Batman onto the Scuttle, completely whiffs when becomes lightning out. Batman going back on top, getting 1, 2 ticks of the passive. The stun's going to come up. Now, Angry Presence is going to be joining here, but Chitin's very low. Forced to flash out. Adam is rotating in. This is not looking good, but DZG will not be able to get the scuttle here, and Chitin able to live, but did cost him his flash.
Yeah, it cost him his splash, and Chitin, I mean, he's keeping up with CS. He got a back off and is going to be able to not be punished for not having TP for that. But going on to bot lane, what I'm interested in is how Elysium's planning on utilizing this combo, because in my mind, this combo is really, really aggressive early on, and we've seen a lot more pacifism in it, just kind of wanting to sit and farm up whenever all you gotta do is have Hello say, W on me is defining W's, and you jump and half health Adam in less than a second with your Halo Blitz and the attack speed steroid.
You got the power there, and it's just all about pulling the trigger. And there's not too much that the side of Blaze really has to answer. Yeah, sure, they have the tether coming out of Karma, but Exhaust is no longer available. There's a lot of damage here available from Tristana, especially in this early game. Has access to the Hell Blaze, but went on the recall and picked up a Colvin mag. So it seems like they are just opting into saying, "Hey, we're slow rolling this." And I mean, yeah, sure, you have a Tristana for scaling, but they have a Cassiopeia Ornn, so, like, how slow do you want to play this game?
Yeah, what it might be is less of Hello saying they want to run it out slow, is just they just don't know if they have the capability of punishing it and making it not. Because now when you're taking a call, you're saying, okay, it's less bad if we do take it slow, but you do have the extra bit of AD and health regen that item gives you.
Drake is now spawned. We will see if anybody wants to prioritize that. Is everything's looking pretty much even. CS dead even in the mid lane now. Oh, we are seeing a little bit of action. The ultimate coming out there will buy Kite a lot of space, as I don't think, yes, no ultimates available for Batman or Chinese Spy. So Kite with a experience advantage is able to help him survive that one out, especially since he did not have access to the flash. So DZG getting lucky on that one, but that is going to be another cooldown that Chitin now needs to be very cognizant of and kind of play around.
Yeah, and I mean, so far compared to the other two games where we've had wacky mids from Chitin, this game's been a little less interesting.
Oh, Tibia connects, he instantly goes back in, but the grounding now will force Chinese Spy to flash out, but now Damage turning around. He will connect with some of the Twin Fangs, but it will not be enough, and Chitin, well played there to get that flash. And Chinese Spy, we talked about the reaction speed for the grounding, but Chitin's fingers were a lot faster in that trade.
Yeah, Chitin's fingers were ready. Chitin got the vision advantage. Damage kind of thrown out.
A lot of work here in the bot lane. Will be able to chunk out Hello. And they're not really able to try to rocket jump in and trade out these fights, as that will be the bullet time. That will be the heal coming in from Hello, and they got a lot of mileage off of that play. Now a little bit of the trading patterns coming up here in the top lane, but I don't think it's going to amount to much. Horn has not been blown yet, but I think that is going to be a Blaze Drake start, as Hello will be forced to flash. Access to the heal, sitting on barely any health. I think first Drake going into the pocket of Blaze.
Yeah, first Drake going to Dreadnought, and it's kind of been like both teams testing the water, it feels like, just seeing where the other team's limit is. Nobody getting any huge advantage. There's a small CS lead in the mid lane. There's about a 20 CS lead bot lane, which is the closest to an advantage you have.
Yeah, absolutely. And that CS lead at the bot lane right now, just the passive 2v2, certainly not going in the way of DZG. They are losing that one out pretty heavily. This top CS gap is semi-unmentionable, but it is still a factor in the little bit of a jungle lead here. Now DZG bring up Symphonic this time to the Rift Herald, so hopefully this one will go a lot more in their favor. And honestly, I like an early Rift Herald a lot more than I like an early Drake. So I think this is a good play for DZG, get a little bit of gold in their pocket, and try to start accelerating some of this tempo. Smite comes in, but it will ultimately be DZG's Herald practically uncontested, but now we're seeing some members here. Chinese Spy is getting some damage on the Angry Present. Now he's going to be put in the Bouthouse, and I think he's now forced to flash out heal. But it will be putting Chinese Chinese Spy into the first blood situation. CG Batman trying to run this out. Now Wind Becomes Lightning goes forward with that second kill, going into Angry Present's pocket. DZG with the Herald, 2 quick kills. It is a reverse story of what happened in Game 1, and DZG up in the money full.
The curse of Red Side bites Blaze in the back, and Kaiden gets first blood on the Xin Zhao. We should have run a bet for that because of his history with these. And now you're dropping Herald mid. Kaiden's gonna get some of it, and Angry Present's gonna split the other half. Kaiden's reset's gonna get cancelled. And you know, you're ultimately just happy with that play. Adam?
But I think that was a little dangerous. Wind Becomes Lightning will connect, and the tether does as well. Adam is feeling okay, walking that one out, has access to Flash and Exhaust, but I don't think you won the 1v1 there at all. But hey, you get a little stack from your support item. I mean, yay, gold. And you plan on, okay, I guess not recalling anyway. Now, Symphonic and Hello are the kind of weak link right now. They need to look for something to get themselves relevant in this game. A 20 CS deficit. I mean, you could just wait it out, wait for the call. Ultimate coming in from Renata, I'm not sure what they are attempting to get, especially with Hello taking the recall. So that was a little interesting.
Yeah, interesting, and the side of Elysium is definitely trying to accelerate the pace of the game when they can. You can tell with getting the kills on the Herald, Batman up top not going to get much, President catching the bot wave.
He's going to be able to get a lot of damage here on a Kiora. The tether will connect and be able to be broken. That is a very fast deer. A lot of damage coming out of Kiora there. Onto Kiora there. Fortunately, there is no Dark Harvest on Angry Present. He did opt for the Conqueror for the healing. Oh, but now, Sleep coming in. Hello has access to the Rocket Drop. He goes forward, breaks the Sleep, and Hello will take down Kiora. Adam now onto the chopping block, but Symphonic flashing forward, I believe. Yes, that was a flash. Does not connect onto Adam. That was everything burnt with the exception of flash from Kiora, and DZG strike back in the bot lane.
Yeah, DZG able to get the punish off, and a lot of the fights happening around Angry Present, utilizing the power of this Lilia pick, and Blaze is really trying to punish Kaiden on this Xin Zhao, and other than burning like a flash or an ultimate, they haven't gotten a whole lot. A small CS lead in the favor of Chinese Spy, but that is kind of to be expected in a melee versus ranged matchup. And it's not even that huge. It's a 11 CS deficit.
Well, one of the beautiful things about having a Tristana is if you take the tower, then you will go ahead and get that. I'm sorry, if you take a fight, you'll go ahead and get a lot of damage. Now, I think we have a little bit of a spectate bug. We are showing that we have the Mountain Drake taken, but another Mountain Drake coming up. Yes, that is going to be a Hex Tech.
Hex Tech always causes the previous Drake to show because spaghetti.
Yeah, gotta love it. So, I'm actually used to it just not showing up as a Drake at all, so that is very interesting. Yay, right. You kind of fixed it, but not really. You just broke it in a different way.
You caused a different problem.
Yeah, 100%. So, now, we are seeing DZG sitting at a 1.5 gold lead, a 1.5k gold lead. I think y'all knew what I meant. And next Drake on the table here in 14 seconds. So, I'd love to see what both teams decide to do. The 40 CS deficit does kind of nullify out that kill lead that Hello has. And ICGE is not winning these fights. Stubby feeling very good. I mean, Ornn, such a unbalanced champion. The assassin, tank, mage, whatever the fuck you want to call him. You're not winning that 1v1, but Gragas should theoretically be able to bring in the exploding cast and cause a lot of chaos here in the late game. And I'd love to see an exploding cast come in and just interrupt a bullet time. Like, I know there's going to be a lot of stuffing coming in from Chinese Spy, who is actually going to be going to sleep. Petrifying Gaze does not connect, but Wind Becomes Lightning does. Now, Kaiden going in, picks up that kill. Just kidding. Angry Present got it. Now, Batman going to be on the chopping block, going to be taking a lot of damage here. We are seeing the teleport being channeled on the backside. Bullet time goes over the top, but I don't think it's going to do much. Stubby is now here, but he is by himself. He's now running to Adam. Will kind of get away from this, but DZG now in the driving seat for the jockey position onto this Drake, and I think this is going to be theirs. Stubby has no access, he does have access to the Ornn Horn, but they have no jungle. 2 members dead, and DZG. Very well played. And we talked about it. Hate to throw Chinese Spy under the bus here, but definitely does not have fingers. Petrifying Gaze tried to come in, but they were definitely not in range there. Not really understanding the range on that, as Hello will just jump over with a little bit of the bullet fall there from Misfortune and DZG. Really well played.
Yeah, really well played. DZG making this a slow but steady climb in gold lead, which you'd rather see this than throw a larger gold lead. And this pick Titan mid pick, not as dominant as his other strange mid picks, but it's showing out at the moment. It is up in item, or it has a completed mythic as 3 components, and now Chinese Spy has gotten his mythic as well. But he's up 2 kills and 2 assists, only down about 10 farm. And the second Herald's going to go over to the side of DZG with little to no contest.
Should not be any contest there, but I mean, we thought of that about the first Herald, where the side of Blaze just kind of walked into that one, but mid tower soon to fall. DZG should theoretically be able to pick that one up. They have 3 members strong here. They did send the support, but Adam is in a very dark place trying to run this one out. I think he's going to be going Drowsy, and that is correct. Will be going Drowsy. The root does come in, though. It's a beautiful flash, but here comes Chitin. We're looking for the wind becomes lightning. Will he be able to connect it? No. The speed up will be enough for Adam to walk this one out, but now it is a Cassiopeia left alone in the mid lane, and that tower is sitting damn low, but Hello did back. And it should be Adam free to roam. He has no access to summoners, so boy, it's going to be a little bit of an interesting situation. Getting that first tower will offer up so much gold here now. Angry Present in the bot lane no longer has access to the ultimate. Not going to try to run down Kiora. When becomes lightning does not connect. Batman here now in the mid lane. Could be a little bit scary. There is no flash available for a Chitin. He has access to the ultimate, but kind of is sitting in a 3-man pincher here if the side of Blaze is able to get anything locked on. But they should know, DZG I mean, and I think this should only just fizzle out.
Yeah, just kind of fizzled out. Zephonic standing on a ward, but is not going to get punished for it at the moment.
Uh-oh, they're now bringing Horn down here as well, Max. This is very interesting what is about to happen. I think they're just trying to deny. Now, Batman does go into Chitin. He's going to be forced to pop the ultimate. There it is. Petrifying Gaze does not connect, slows down a little bit, but I think the damage is going to be there. That will be a shutdown. Angry Present trying to get a lot of the damage in. It does go to Killing Spree. Picks up 2. Is there more available here? Getting a lot of that in. Does not connect with the Q, but a 2 for 1. In that situation, in a 2v4, DZG feel really happy about that, especially since they pick up the first tower in the bot lane. They are firing on all cylinders in this game too. Yeah, love to see. Oh, Stubby trying to run this one out. The tower's gonna fall. 1 auto attack, but now, Present, are you biting off more than you can chew? Ornn should be able to ruin your day, and Negative does not have the speed to get to the deer. So much going on here.
You see, out of all the things Ornn is, he is not a hunter, so he's not able to get the deer, and Titan is able to buy so much time for Angry Present, and a lot of that fight, I feel like that fight could go so differently if Blaze invests their resources in just one person, because you had Ornhorn focus onto Lilia, you had Sejuani ult onto Lilia, but you had the damage and Cassiopeia ult onto Zhao, and you just were splitting your resources when you're already down now 5k, and you're looking down the barrel of a Mountain Soul if Elysium is able to start stacking these up, which wouldn't be until about 30 minutes if my math is correct, or it could be wrong.
It's going to be an Ocean Soul. But one thing that we talked about time and time again, and it's kind of being the motto of this game. I was very scared about the Chinese Spy picking up Cassiopeia, but unfortunately for the side of Blaze, the fingers have not been there. And that last fight, Xin Zhao buying so much time, Chitin hitting the Crescent Guard, and being able to deny so much. Now, I'm not sure if that denied the Petrifying Gaze, or he just had his back turned, or if it was a range. I'd have to look at that a little bit more intently on a replay. Unfortunately, tools are not that available just due to the nature of the spectate client. But yeah, it is just a complete mid gap in this game too, and we're loving to see it. Herald being dropped from this mid side, they have access to the Tristana. You have to think that this is going to fall completely, and DZG just snowballing exactly like we wanted to see here. Hello standing in front, tower will go down, and you think Drake is next on the chopping block for the side of DZG's priority.
Drake is, especially if you have Chinese by top lane, just farming, likely getting close to that Theros Embrace, which is a very big power spike for him. And now Elysium is looking at just pathing up towards mid, looking for a fight here, possible.
Oh, we are seeing some speed pops here, but it will not be enough as the slows coming in from Blaze are very detrimental here for the side of DZG. But one thing that I also want to point out here, Angry Present has been in almost every single moment for DZG. Actually, just kidding. Has been in every single moment. All 7 kills. There's 100% kill participation on the side of Angry Present. And you have 2 BT boys on the side of Blaze. You have Stubby on the Ornn, and you have Batman on the Sejuani. Guess what? That is a completed Leandri's Anguish and a completed Demonic Embrace for this Lilia. Tanks be damned.
Yeah, Lilia is a huge monster. Angry Present is really making this, making a case saying he has what it takes to carry a game. Wacky pick mid or not is able to pump out damage, and we'll have to see how the rest of the game goes. But at the current rate, Elysium is going to be pushing in top, and I would not be surprised if they threaten a Baron with the Tristana, Lethality, Zinjao, and the burn from a Lilia.
We do see the Zinjao lethality coming in. Tristana did complete the call for the last Whisper. And for the side of Blaze, 1 tier item completed. It is a 2-item Misfortune compared to a 1-item Tristana. So there is a little bit of that saving grace, but lining up this bullet time is going to be a little bit of a rough situation for the side of Kiora. Now, DZG will be able to lock the Blaze onto Adam there, but no sleep will be following that up, and DZG posturing very heavily onto this Nash. Hello has access to the rocket jump, going to be able to just walk this one out as they clear out Vision. DZG 5k gold lead. Where's it going to be? Now, we are seeing Angry Present sitting in a bad situation. The bullet time we talked about, it will be flashed out ultimately. Teleport's now being channeled in from ICGE. The Exploding Cast is available, but it's a very healthy health bars for the side of Blaze. Now, I think they're just going to let this one fizzle out. DZG just had Angry Present a little bit of a bad situation. I think he did smite a little bit for health. No, negative. Just got that regen up. Now it's going to be Batman going forward on the Sejuani, One Horn being later on top. They are getting a lot of damage on the Symphonic, but that's not the target that you want. Now the teleport being channeled here, that is coming from Chinese Spy, who did go back and picked up a Rylai's, but that is not going to be the tier item to really break the game. All members are looking fairly healthy. There still could be action at any second, but I don't think that Nash is being started up. One thing to consider is that if any team does get free time with that Nash, it's going to be very fast. Chinese Spy, Cassiopeia shreds through that, so will Lilia with the health shred coming in. So a lot of factors here, and it's the only objective on the map. The DZG, I think with a little bit of bad positioning, definitely lucky they're able to just walk that one out 100%.
Yeah, lucky, or was it just a really good disengage and threat of a re-engage onto the double tanks of the Sejuani and the Ornn? DZG honestly coming out, I would say, on top of it, because you lost Flash on Angry Present and TP on ICG, where if you're the side of Blaze, you lost Flash and TP on the side of Stubby, you lost TP on the side of Chinese Spy, and you also spent a lot of your major ults.
Well, one thing that I'm trying to figure out right now is all this prioritization down here on the bot side. You still have a minute for the Drake. DZG might really want to be indexing into this because this should theoretically, well, I wouldn't say completely cancel out, but it will really nullify the significance of the late game coming in from the side of Blaze here. Hopefully they don't get into that late game state because it's going to be a pretty hard game to win from that position. But definitely jockeying around, 50 seconds on this strike here. They're looking, I think, for a pick, somebody to misstep some sort of opportunity to really pick somebody out here. But there's still a lot of tools available for the side of Blaze. They have all their ultimates online. They have all but one flash available to them, and DZG looking about the same. All ultimates available, one flash missing from the side, so next fight that we get should be very spicy here. There's a lot of positioning around this mid lane. Dreadzone not really looking for anything yet, and Batman just kind of taking some of the Renata poke and being thrown around as she is wont to do. Now, they did give up priority onto this Drake Pit. Vision is going to go over to the side of Blaze here, and Mags is going to be a very interesting breakdown. Symphonic stepping up forward. Will he be able to do anything here and get things rolling? Has access to the ultimate. Stepping up a little dangerously. Glacial Prison, if does connecting one to anybody, will be very damning if they are isolated, because the rest of DZG will take some time. Now, we are seeing the fight go up. Angry Present is in the front. Did pop the ultimate. Got two, but nothing followed up next. Now, Glacial Person does connect. The Crushing Guard comes in. QR does take down Symphonic on the backside of the map. Good. Stubby getting a lot down here. 3 members of DZG dead. Make that 4 hours right the first time, and all they got was Kiora. It was so split. The crucial targets being picked there from the side of Blaze. DZG just crumbled.
Yeah, DZG falling, trying to get, okay. You attempted to steal, respectable. That's likely going to be Baron as well for the side of Dreadnought. DZG has a chance contested, but with a Cassiopeia at 2 items, is still gonna go through it very quickly. So
yeah, Cassiopeia still has so much room to grow as a completed tier. Like DZG, like that fight was just so smart.
yeah, they just were just trying to. It looked like they were just trying to salvage whenever the Lily ult got used, and they couldn't get past the miasma.
Yeah, you didn't have to fight it. Just give it up. There was no need to be there, in my personal opinion. But such is the way that it goes, and another Nash does fall into the hands of Blaze. And now DZG needs to be very smart and deny any sort of gold ramping to come off of this. A 5k gold lead has now shrunk to 2k, and it's looking a little scary.
Looking a little scary, but on the bright side, you still have a lead. I would say the majority of that lead is negated due to the fact that ornaments are starting to come out, MF having her completed upgraded Eclipse, Phonics standing next to Batman.
Oh, Batman will get the stun out. Bullet time comes over the top. It's a little bit of damage on DZG Hello, but not enough to seal anybody's fate. But I think that should be enough to take this mid lane tower, as there is really nobody here to answer. DZG, one of the things that we never really talked about is ease of execution, right? And the ease of execution is 100% in favor of Blaze. Horn's a lot easier to use than Exploding Cast. Glacial Prison's a lot easier to effectively use than the Lily ult. And you can say what you will, but Chinese Spy, like, Titan's strong. Titan's been playing this game very well. Minus what just happened with Drake Pit. But now, speaking of, he will flash forward to get a lot of damage out onto Adam, but will not be able to seal the deal, as Adam had flash as well. He looked for it, but the damage follow-up just was not there in time. Now, DZG are in a 3v4 situation up here on the top side. Wow,
Mid-tier too.
DZG Hello in the mid lane, taking a lot of that tower down. You have to imagine he's going to get it. Hopefully does. And it is a 1-for-1 tower trade here, as it will be top tower falling, but DZG strike in the mid lane. Now, Stubby is going to go answer Tristana, but I don't think there's going to be a fight to come of it. And it will be the side of Blaze still barreling down this top lane. And DZG, if they lose the second tower, it's not going to be
Yeah, it's not going to be great, but at the same time, so far this has been really well played by Elysium, of just trying to trade objectives, get what they can, save what they can. And I think a part of it is Kiora using the MF ult in that earlier mid fight has made it harder for them to try and siege some of these further objectives.
Well, there's 2 cannon minions here. That's going to be really hard. Bullet time will come in, chunk out Symphonic a little bit, but I think this tower is just soon to fall. DZG not coming up the favor, and this little bit of a back and forth trade and map pressure, and those 2 cannons, man, just doing a lot of absolute damage. They don't even need to tag that thing themselves. Fortunately, Banner of Command is no longer an item, and DZG now need to look for the reset, or they're going to lose this in-hit tower very soon. Yeah, no, I think it is gone. Now, Lilia looking for something here, just connects on the Chinese Spy, will not pop the ultimate here, and that's the right move. They lose Inhib Tower almost.
Yeah, at the very end of that Baron, Blaze gaining a lot of value out of it. And It was a well played at first, but I think Dread Zone, Elysium, they started running out of options and things they can trade. Now they are looking to prioritize setup on this dragon, which makes sense. You don't want to be giving up an Ocean Soul, especially to a team who can sit and scale with an Ornn with a Cassiopeia. But you should have 3 ornaments out by now, 4 ornaments.
Now,
So-
should be 3 ornaments, yeah. So next one coming in, it does look like it's gonna probably go on to Cassiopeia if they are playing that one intelligently. Now, one thing that we talked about is that gold lead is evaporated. There is no longer a lead for the side of DZG. Fortunately, Baron is no longer a thing, but actually they're now sitting at a deficit exactly as you mentioned. The ornaments are in. There is 1, 2, 3 on the map. We have Ornn sitting on 1, Cassiopeia, Leandri's Torment, Anguish, something, I don't know. And Stabby coming on to Misfortune, lethality item there. That is going to be damning. But fortunately for the side of DZG, that tier item hasn't been completed. But that power trade, when it does get built, is going to be scary. The side of Dreadnought Blaze being very smart. Stubby and Batman are the ones face checking everything. ICG cannot find an avenue to get an exploding cast. And DZG, they're kind of clumping here. They're not really looking for the pick avenues to get onto some of the important members of the side of Blaze. But this Drake has been started up. DZG have a lot of damage on it and sitting at half health now. Fight's coming out. Stubby with a 3-man knockup. Now sitting at the front line. Little time over the top. That's going to do a lot. Kite falls. And so does ICG. Now, DZG, 100% on the back foot. Angry President is next on the chopping block. Symphonic dies, hello, doing everything that he can. But that is a clean ace for the side of Blaze.
Yeah, that's a clean ace for the side of Blaze, and likely the base is going to be very hurt, and this may be the game.
This might be the game, yeah, we're seeing teleports come in. The Nash no longer available for them, that is fortunate, but this minion wave, 3 deep, this at least will be an inhibitor, and the base will be cracked from the side of DZG. Well, drill was already broken earlier, but, well, 1 tower goes down, there's a lot of damage coming out, kiting up in 9 seconds. Mid lane inhibitor is going to fall. Top lane inhibitor going to be the next topic for the side of Blaze's interest. And they get that, and they should just walk this one out. We have a Nash in 20 seconds, and this game went from bad to worse, and DZG just now completely playing on the back foot yet again.
Yeah, definitely playing on the back foot now, and that fight really is all in thanks to Kiora landing a huge MF ult on I'm pretty sure all but 1 member of Elysium, maybe 2, but you got it on all the key members. You got it on Chitin, you got it on to Angry President, and this is gonna get spotted. This piece is gonna get spotted out.
Well, the problem is DZG, like, they're struggling because the side of Blaze is playing into a death ball, and it's really hard for them to do anything. Angry President is now going to be the target of the ire of Blaze, and it's going to be, yeah, just fizzling. Now, when Become Lightning does connect, does go into QR, shutdown, does go into Kite's pocket. The ultimate comes out, Renata gets the 2-man berserk on a Chinese Spy, and Adam and Chinese Spy falls. DZG, what you need, and they, ooh, hello, just barely survives that one as the Horn does not connect. He's going to have to reset, come back to this one, or just clear out the top wave while the rest of your team takes this Nash. Batman is still alive, is able to maybe look for a steal, supported by Adam here, but this Baron should be fairly quick. When Comes Lightning connects, Batman is going to be the target of Chitin. Now, trying to get some damage out here, Batman is going to be connected onto, again, Chitin Trip. Trying to survive, ICG goes over the back wall, and will be able to walk this one out, but Adam is in the pit. Or goes in, this killing spree as Symphonic will fall. This Nash is going to be low. DCG do get this one, but do they survive? I think the answer is going to be yes, as Tristana is in the base. That's another 2-man knockup. Stubby has been landing them time and time again. And we talk about however game 1 went, but Stubby in game 2 has been an absolute menace to the side of DZG, just creating so many avenues and really breaking DZG's fight. Now, DZG need to leverage this Nash to some effectiveness here and hopefully play the map a little bit better and deny some of this death ball opportunity, because I don't know if Lightning is going to strike twice here and DZG just get those carries lined up for them.
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how they're going to want to play this, but you definitely want to contest this dragon, and I believe if the timing is right, Elysium's going to have the Baron buff up until about 30 seconds left on dragon. And so they're gonna be able to get a lot of pressure for the setup that's gonna be harder for Blaze to respond to, but Blaze has scaled. It is a 4-item Cassiopeia, a 4-item MF. This is a very scary team to fight, and you just have to hope they are taking notes of what they did in that last fight, and that they're able to do it again.
Yeah, starts the brace finally coming in for Cassiopeia. Another ornament should be on the table. Yes, it went into Karma's pocket. So poor Sejuani, that man is the last one to receive any sort of love from his jungler. But now we are seeing a little bit of look here. ICG throws in the Exploding Cast, but it just knocks Chinese Spy into the wall. There was no displacement there. Now, DZG is trying to look for something here, but you no longer have the tools to do so. I'm hoping that we're able to get something, but DZG still looking aggressively. That's a flash forward. Damage coming in. Chinese Spy is in the wrong position, but Misfortune was in the right one. Bullet time over the top does take down both Renata and Lilia. DZG trying to salvage this one, as it will be another 2 kills. Going over 4 members of DZG are dead. Make that 5 as the Quadra does not turn into a penta, as Sejuani takes that last kill, and I think that is going to be the game. Mid lane, there's minions flowing in, and Mags, this might be all she wrote.
Yeah, this likely is going to be game here. You have 12 seconds left on Symphonic, the earliest one up, but the earliest damage you have up is still in 20 seconds. And these turrets are taking a lot of damage from this Misfortune.
Oh, absolutely shredded. But hey, you know, one silver lining to all this, Max, is bad weeks happen. We see it. You got your bad week out before the playoffs.
Yeah, got your bad week out for playoffs. Unfortunately, Elysium being handed their first series loss, and that is going to propel Dreadnought Blaze to a total record of 8-0, but in qualifiers going to be 1-0. And this was just a really good game played by Kiora. Did so much damage, was able to keep himself alive and keep himself kited. There were only 1 or 2 fights that it felt like he got dove on properly, and you can thank Batman for that, and Stubby able to buy so much space, and Chinese Spy just really being a nuisance in that front line.
Yeah, that was very well played. I feel like Stubby just set up so many opportunities there from the side of Blaze. But you know, Kiora getting the proper positioning. But it's a damned if you do, damned if you don't situation. Like if you get Chinese Spy, cool. Then Kiora just lines up bullet times everybody and no bueno. If you get Kiora, a Cassiopeia on 4 items is just able to shred everybody with twin things. So it's a really hard game to play. Like I said, ease of execution. But ultimately, Kiora doing a lot in game 2. But with that being said, we saw how this goes, and unfortunately you can't win them all. DZG does take their first loss. Dreadnought Blaze still remain undefeated, but hey, look, they're both fleeting, they're division still. Plenty of time for them to see each other in, you know, the playoffs, maybe finals. So we'll see how this all boils out and what they see the revenge story. But Mags, any final comments you want to make?
No, that'll be it. Just Elysium, hold your head up high, and Blaze, you can carry this in. You're fighting next week for the number 1 seed, and Elysium fighting for the number 3 seed to have some say in who they will be facing in playoffs.
Well, with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us. DZG, one bad week does not make your identity, so come back, strike back next week. But ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us. Catch us not next week, Sunday, as DZG Arcadia take to the rip for the first time in their season. Thank you all so much, and have a lovely night.